Hi Cancer, welcome to your weekly forecast for December 9th through the 15th. We're going to see what's going on with the little holiday angel deck here. It's a playing card deck. I couldn't find holiday decks that I liked, so we're using playing cards. And then we're going to pull an oracle message for you from this angel deck here because we got a full moon happening in the middle of the week that might be coming in with a bit of a punch. A lot of the moon energy lately over the past few months has really been packing a punch. So I'm going to pull some angel message for you at the end here, especially for Cancer. You guys are a water sign. You guys are associated with the moon, right? Like that's your astrological association. So you all tend to be very sensitive to moon energy, maybe more so than other signs. So we're going to see how this week is going to play out for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Here is your Monday, Tuesday, your Wednesday, Thursday, and your Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Alrighty, my darlings. So Monday, Tuesday, you have the King of Spades. All right, King of Spades. So this is going to be air energy. Okay, this would be like King of Swords. So Cancer, some of you may be dealing with an air sign. You may be dealing with a Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius. Or it could just be like a call to action for you. Okay, one of the things that some of the astrologers that I follow have been saying about the full moon in Gemini that's happening in the middle of the week is that it's going to get people really kind of worked up about their finances or about their love life. And so what's going to end up happening is that some people are maybe going to be kind of in panic mode about it. The fact that you have King of Spades or King of Swords coming up in the beginning of the week makes me feel like you're in control of your emotions. Like you might be feeling like, oh, wait a minute. Like you might be feeling the concern, or you might be, thinking of things in your life, in your finances or relationship that you're wanting to change or to be different. But, even though you're a water sign and even though you're sensitive to moon energy, I feel like a lot of you are kind of in control of your feelings. That's one of the things about the King of Spades. Right? He can be in control of his feelings and he can say, wait a minute. What is the solution here? So you might have some heavy emotions that come up, but you may catch yourself and say, okay, wait a minute. Before I go get all freaked out, before I go get all worried, what can I do about the situation? Because that's what King of Spades or King of Swords is about. It's about figuring out a solution, figuring out a way forward. Okay, some of you might be dealing with an air sign, and that air sign might be feeling a little bit frigid to you, and that might be causing you, concern in a relationship, or if not an air sign person, just someone who's not really responding very emotionally. Okay, understand if that's the case, Cancer. If you feel like there's a friend or a family member or a romantic partner who is not being more emotionally intimate with you, if they're showing up as King of Spades or King of Swords, it's letting you know that there's nothing wrong with how they feel about you. The way that they're behaving is more of like a personality thing, right? It's just kind of like that's how they are. They might not be very expressive. They might not have the same love language as you. So if you're feeling concerned about the way someone is dealing with you Monday, Tuesday, it's more likely, more possibly that this is the personality, the way this person is, and not because they're not into you or not because they don't care about you enough. Again, this is a general message, guys, so it might not resonate and it might not be 100% for every single one of you, but that's one of the things that's coming up. I feel overall, though, a lot of you are in the mindset of trying to figure out how to make things happen. Cancer, some of you are so focused on your financial future and relationships and things like this where you might be making a meeting or an appointment with an attorney. Sometimes King of Spades or King of Swords can be an attorney. You might be seeking legal counsel. Okay, some of you maybe feel like you might have a claim at work and you're like wanting to protect yourself. You're wanting to cover your booty, your little behind, and you might be going and talk to an attorney and say, hey, this is the situation at work. I think I might have a case. What should I do? Or if you've been with somebody for a while, you know, you might be looking into like a prenup or something to protect yourself before you take the next step into committing with like a legal marriage. There could be something with paperwork or contracts for some of you where you're trying to be smart, you're trying to think ahead, you're trying to protect yourself. Like you're trying to be ready for whatever might come, and you're trying to make sure that things happen in a fair and balanced way, and you're wanting to have things in writing. For some of you, this card is coming up in a way of like just having things in writing to protect yourself in the future down the line in case you might need it. Okay, your Wednesday, Thursday card is you have Ace of Spades. So you guys are a lot in like the thought process. And even though this is a deck that I'm using for the first time on the videos, like I haven't used this in videos before, this deck is very well shuffled. Okay, very, very well shuffled. So this is telling us that you guys, Cancer, I'm very impressed. You guys are very much staying on top of your feelings. I think it's because you guys are so sensitive to moon energy, you're being more on top of like trying to be logical this week, like not letting your emotions get the best of you. Very, very interesting. So Ace of Spades for me is a card, or Ace of Swords is a card that comes up when you are clearing away old ways of thinking. You're clearing away the false beliefs, and you're having this removing of mental blocks. The fact that this is coming up for you like the day of the full moon is amazing. I think that this is something that, like, I'm excited for you, Cancer. Like, this is very, very positive to have this coming up in the middle of the week. Very auspicious. So with the Ace of Spades or Ace of Swords happening right in this full moon energy, it's letting us know what you're going to be releasing. Those of you who have watched my videos, you've heard me say, when the full moon comes, we release. Some people like to do manifestation. If you're going to do a manifestation ritual or prayer or affirmation, you can do them anytime. Don't get me wrong. You can do them whenever it strikes you to do so. But if you're trying to go in terms of energy, the full moon is when we release, we let go, and the new moon is when we manifest or we call in. So the full moon is a really good time to get rid of things. Get rid of things that aren't working for you. Get rid of things that need to be released. And you are releasing mental blocks. You're releasing limited ways of thinking. Like, maybe just things that you picked up because of your family, because of your upbringing, where you were taught that certain things were wrong and they're not necessarily wrong. Or you were taught that, the only way to go through life is to work like a dog and work to the bone, and that there's just nothing is fair and you're never going to make an honest living, or there's just not enough opportunities for people. Or if somebody is rich, they're rich because they've been lying and they've been cheating people, that somebody with a good heart can't be rich, or I don't know, just things like this that hold people back, that make them feel like, oh, well, there's no hope, so I'm not even going to try. You're clearing away those negative thinkings. For some of you, it can be about love. It can be about relationships. Maybe you grew up seeing things and you developed beliefs where you thought, oh, all women are gold diggers, or all men are dogs, or something, some negative belief that isn't true. Not all men are dogs. There's amazing men out there. Not all women are gold diggers. There's amazing women out there. So it could just be beliefs or things that you have that you're beginning to clear and you're beginning to release. The block is being removed so that you can have the manifestation, so you can have the good things coming in. Okay? Your next card here for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is you have the Jack of Diamonds. Okay, so Jack is diamonds. It's gonna be like Knight of Pentacles. So this is having to do with finances. So whatever is happening in the beginning of the week, you're setting yourself up for some kind of a plan. Beginning of the week with that King of Swords, you are in that energy of making a plan. Like I said, some of you may be going to an attorney or getting some paperwork in order. Middle of the week, you're getting your plan in order. You're preparing yourself mentally. You're getting rid of the doubts or the negative thinking. You're adjusting your thinking to think clearly and positively. And then Knight of Pentacles at the end of the week says at the end of the week, you're taking on some new undertaking. Like you are committing to making something happen. You're working towards a goal. The fact that it's coming up with diamonds lets us know that for the majority of you, this is going to have to do with something having to do with your finances. Okay? So maybe you're making a decision to go back to school. Maybe you are starting a business, or maybe you're taking your business in a new direction. Maybe you're deciding to commit to your career and try to move up the career ladder. Or you're doing, you know what? My tongue is getting tied. I think that for some of you, what's happening is that you are just getting smarter with the money that you have. Because I feel with that King of Spades or that King of Swords, you're getting clarity, you're coming up with a plan, and I do feel some of you are seeking counsel. You're seeking counsel around a financial situation or something that's affecting you financially. And then, midweek, you're clearing out negative thinking. You're having these new ideas come in. And I think for some of you, this Jack of Diamonds or Knight of Diamonds, I think for some of you, you're getting into investing. Like you're trying to come up with like a passive income, or like some way where money is going to come in without you having to work so hard. Okay? You're coming out of that thinking of, oh, you got to work like a dog. You got to work to the bone. Like you're figuring out how to make your money work for you, and you're figuring out ways to think smarter, not harder. Okay? So that's just the feeling and the vibe I'm getting there for you all, Cancer. Good job. You guys are like totally in control of your feelings this week. I was like kind of worried about you all, but no, you guys are like, don't worry about us, Amethyst. Let's go ahead and see what's going to happen with your angel message for the week. And I encourage you guys to watch your moon sign and your rising sign and see what's coming up there. And I encourage you also, my darlings, to watch the channeled messages for the month of December as well. They can be very helpful. But let's see what's happening with your angel message here for the week. Ooh, God of Psychic Protection. What an appropriate card, especially since you've got that Ace of Swords in the middle of the week. Like you're really adjusting your thinking, and you're thinking more positively. So the Goddess of Psychic Protection says, what you believe you create. No one can harm you. All right? This is what's happening. I'm so excited for you, Cancer. I think a lot of you have struggled really hard in your life because you've been like, oh, it's this generational curse. Like somebody's doing this voodoo on me. Somebody did this bad voodoo on me, or somebody did this thing to my family and I inherited it. And you're realizing that, hey, you know what? No, that's not my energy. Right? Like I'm stronger than that. I'm going to stay on the high vibration. I think some of you are beginning to realize this. I think some of you, Cancer, did have a bout of bad luck or difficult things happening. And you may really have thought for a while, somebody is out to get me, somebody is cursing me, or something like this. And so Spirit is helping you with that Ace of Spades or Ace of Swords in the middle of the week. I feel like this is what you're releasing in the full moon. You're releasing the fear of other people being able to tap into your energy. You're releasing the fear of other people having a control over your life, where you're like, wait a minute, no, my life is going to go how I say it goes, not how somebody else wants it to go because they're jealous of me or because they don't like me. Like, I'm not going to let their doo-doo energy come in and like interfere with my plans. Like, I'm stronger than that, and I'm connected to higher self. I'm connected to universe. I'm connected to, higher power. I'm connected to God, and all that is much stronger vibrationally than somebody not liking me or somebody being in like a negative energy. Okay, so I really feel some of you are taking control in that way, and you're clearing those fears out, and you're beginning to manifest what you want. You're finally feeling in control of your life, and that is very exciting, and I'm very excited for you. Okay, my dears. Again, watch your moon sign and rising sign video. Watch your divine channeled messages for December. Love readings. I don't get too much in love and romance in the weekly forecast, in case you're new here, but I do have a link in the description of the video that will take you to the love readings for the month of December. And guys, keep in mind these are general readings. You know, it might not be 100%. It may resonate with you sometimes, it may not. Private readings I do, but they are on hold for a little bit. So I'm hoping around December 15th, give or take a day or two, I'm going to launch the calendar again to be able to do the private readings. They will be more focused on the 2020 forecasts. I need a little bit more time to finish the 2020 forecast videos for everyone, but I'm hoping around the 15th the calendar will be launched again. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, and I'm wishing you a fabulous week, my dears.